everybody. Michael McCabe, Think to Age, Medi-Cal Applications, Structuring Estates for Medi-Cal. This is all about Medi-Cal applications. Supposedly, they're supposed to be easy, but the reality of it, they just are not easy. From January 1st, 2024 to December 31st, 2025, they've had it where you can have unlimited assets. Even under unlimited assets, which should make it the easiest to apply for Medi-Cal, 30 to 50% of all applications, no matter on the county, they're getting denied. As of January 1st, 2026, an individual can have 130,000, so they're going from unlimited down to this number, and a spouse can have 65,000. So now you're at a household of husband and wife, 195,000. That excludes the IRA, if the IRA is in distribution, and excludes domiciled house. But if you're above those numbers, the possibility that you would be able to get an application through on your own and have to move assets around and not know how to do that in the correct manner, because you just can't lump sum and move assets away, is going to become extremely difficult to do. That's where I come in. I've been doing this for 25 years. I have a 100% success ratio for people who follow my process. Medi-Cal, are you preparing for the future, or are you in crisis management now? So do you have a spouse, a mother, father that has a situation that right now they're functional? Or are you in a situation that they are so health-wise gone that they need additional care from outside sources, or they need to be in assisted living or skilled care? How to get those people on Medi-Cal, and how each of those areas, home care, if you possibly can get IHSS, in-home supportive services, assisted living, they have regulations and mathematical formulas for share of cost under there, and then under skilled care, there's a separate share of cost. What I do is I give you guidance for document accumulation. We represent you for Medi-Cal. You never talk to Medi-Cal. You allow us to be your representative for Medi-Cal, and this is a huge benefit to you because you just don't know what you're dealing with. If you have a boil or if you broke your arm, you're not setting your own arm. You're going to a doctor, you go to specialists. Everything in our society now deals with specialists. I give guidance, structure, and a roadmap to successful completion. Again, 100% success ratio for people who follow my process. Then what you have is the age disabled, income limits, no share of cost, IHSS. How does that all function? If you put an application in with Medi-Cal and for any reason you need to call them, you're going to be on the phone from 1 to 4 hours. 5 o'clock comes along, you're on the phone goes beep, you're cut off, you need to start that again. For the majority of people, their heads just explode because they just don't understand how complicated this is. Think of your taxes. If you're making money and you have businesses or you have a complicated tax situation, or you just don't want to do your taxes alone by yourself, you go to a CPA, you go to a tax preparer. That's the same thing with what you're doing with me. What I do is I take all the complications over 25 years, I narrow it down for you. I'm not saying that this is going to be the easiest thing in the world for you, but what I am saying is if you follow my process, I can structure you to be able to get the person on Medi-Cal. As an example of how insane this is, Medi-Cal's sending out now, if you're on Medi-Cal now, and you are under the unlimited assets, but you have above the 130 or 195,000, you need to restructure yourself before you do the next redetermination, or you're going to be denied. Medi-Cal, each county does their own Medi-Cal applications. What ends up happening is the counties are so overwhelmed that we will have all of the documents into the county, but the county can't get to that application to check off that you have been approved. So they send you a notice of action of Medi-Cal termination. What ends up happening there is the application came in. We do not send in applications that are not approvable. The county has it. They're so overwhelmed they can't get to it. So the computer, because they didn't check off that this application is approvable, the computer sends out the letter that now you have a termination letter. With us, we call the county. They end up seeing that we have everything there, and we end up getting the person on Medi-Cal. I can't stress enough how complicated Medi-Cal applications are now. It's a nightmare for the Medi-Cal people that are doing the processing. It's a nightmare for us out here in the field. If you have an elder law attorney that's doing the legal side of the work, I do the money over the fence, the structuring of the state, I do the application. If you're dealing with an attorney that is doing Medi-Cal and they say do the application yourself, oh, it's easy to do. Well, if it's so easy, tell them to do it. They're not going to like that you said that to them. My point is, Medi-Cal applications are very, very complicated. This is what I do. I've been doing it for 25 years. If you have an interest in what I do, and I can take you through how you could be approvable, and what you do is you give me a call and I take data points, and then we see if we can work together and this works for you and there's a benefit for you. My name's Michael McCabe, 916-612-8800. Again, Michael McCabe, 916-612-8800. Have a great day.